The day the human specimen arrived at the Galactic Biological Archive, senior taxonomist Vrell thought it would be just another routine classification. Boy, was he wrong. Okay, hold on. Vrell's 3 eye stalks wobbled in confusion as he stared at the DNA readout. This can't be right. Run it again. His assistant, a nervous plixian named Torque, tapped the console with trembling appendages. Sir, I have run it 17 times. The results are consistent. Consistent? Consistent? Vrell's voice cracked across the lab. Torque, this reading says the human is simultaneously a predator, a prey animal, and a scavenger. That is literally impossible. Nothing in the known universe has forward-facing eyes and a panic response this sophisticated and the digestive capacity to eat literally anything. Torque shuffled his feet, which made an unfortunate squelching sound on the sterile floor. Perhaps the machine is broken? The machine costs more than your entire bloodline's net worth, Torque. It is not broken. The human in question, one Marcus Webb, sat in the observation chamber looking thoroughly bored. He had been poked, prodded, scanned, and sampled for 6 hours. Now he was eating something he called a sandwich that contained at least 4 different taxonomic kingdoms of ingredients. Who does that? Who just casually consumes plant matter, fungal matter, processed animal proteins, and fermented dairy products in one sitting? Vrell pressed the intercom button. Mr. Webb, I need to ask you some questions. Marcus looked up, mouth full. MMPH? Your species. Your biology. It makes no sense. Marcus swallowed. Yeah, I get that a lot. What specifically is freaking you out today? Everything. Vrell's eye stalks quivered. Let us start with your eyes. Forward-facing, stereoscopic vision. Classic predator setup. But then you have whites around your pupils, which broadcasts your gaze direction to everything around you. That is a prey adaptation. Prey animals developed that so herd members could follow each other's sight lines to spot threats. Huh. Marcus took another bite. Never thought about it. And your teeth? Vrell was on a roll now, his voice climbing higher. Incisors for tearing meat, molars for grinding plants, canines that are pathetically small for a predator but still there. You are an omnivore, fine, many species are omnivores, but your digestive system. Oh, your digestive system. Torque helpfully pulled up a holographic display of the human gut. You can eat rotting meat. Vrell gestured wildly at the display. Not as well as specialized scavengers, but you can do it. You can also eat raw plants that would kill most predators. You can consume toxins, poisons, literal burning chemical compounds, and you call it food. You have a species-wide tradition of deliberately eating things that cause you pain because you find it enjoyable. Marcus shrugged. Spicy food is great, man. You are really worked up about this. Worked up? Worked up? Vrell's color was shifting from his usual blue to an alarming purple. Your species should not exist. You have persistence hunting capabilities that let you chase prey for days. You can sprint when needed. You can climb, swim, and throw objects with terrifying accuracy. Your endurance is insane. But then, you also have one of the most sophisticated threat detection systems I have ever seen. Do we? Your hypothalamus can hijack your entire body in microseconds. Fight or flight response, you call it. That is pure prey animal evolution. Predators do not have panic reactions that sophisticated. Marcus considered this while chewing. I mean, we did spend a lot of time being both the hunter and the hunted, historically speaking. Vrell slumped over his console. That is my point. You are not supposed to be both. Evolution does not work that way. You either develop as predator or prey. You pick a lane. You do not just do everything badly but somehow survive anyway. Marcus offered. Yes. No. I mean. Vrell's eye stalks drooped. You are not even doing it badly. That is what is so disturbing. You are terrifyingly effective at all of it. Torque, who had been silent, finally spoke up. Sir, there is more. I found something in the behavioral files. Oh good. More nightmares. What is it? Humans can suppress their prey instincts through pure stubbornness. And they can suppress their predator instincts through something they call being polite. Vrell stared at his assistant. Then at Marcus. Then at the DNA readout that still insisted on being impossible. Get me high command, he whispered. We have a problem. Marcus finished his sandwich and pulled out something called a granola bar from his pocket. More inexplicable food. More casual omnivore. So, Marcus said through the intercom, are we done here, or should I stick around? I was supposed to meet some folks for dinner. We are trying this new Centaurian place that just opened. You are going to eat alien food? Well, yeah. I am curious. Vrell made a sound that the translator could only render as strangled screaming. 3 days later, the emergency session of the Galactic Biological Council convened. Representatives from 47 different species packed the auditorium, all summoned by Vrell's increasingly panicked reports. The human, Marcus Webb, had been joined by 5 more human specimens for additional data points. This had only made things worse. Order. Order. Council Director Plenth slammed her gavel equivalent, which was really more of a resonating crystal that made everyone's inner ears hurt. Taxonomist Vrell, you have called this emergency session. Explain yourself. Vrell stood, his eye stalk somehow looking more exhausted than before. Honored council members, we have a category crisis. The humans cannot be classified. A murmur rippled through the assembled aliens. Impossible. Everything could be classified. The galaxy had been cataloging species for 12,000 years. The system was perfect. Show us the evidence, Plenth demanded. Vrell activated the holodisplay. Exhibit 1. Human reaction to threat. The display showed footage of a human named Kiera Okonkwo encountering a lab-simulated predator. Her pupils dilated, adrenaline flooded her system, and she ran. Classic prey behavior. But then, and this is where it got weird, she grabbed a chair, spun around, and threw it at the simulated threat with deadly accuracy. While still screaming. She is simultaneously fleeing and attacking. That is not how biology works. A Vroxian delegate raised a tentacle. Perhaps she is simply confused? Oh, it gets better, Vrell said, his voice dripping with exhausted sarcasm. Exhibit 2. The display changed to show a human named Tom Valdez in the cafeteria. Watch what he eats for lunch. The council watched in growing horror as Tom consumed salad, steak, cheese, bread, fermented vegetables, and then, for dessert, something involving chocolate and chili peppers. Together. On purpose. He is poisoning himself for fun, someone in the back row shouted. Exactly. But wait, there is more. Vrell was fully unhinged now, and honestly, who could blame him? Exhibit 3. Human named Lisa Park. We gave her a standard predator assessment test. She scored off the charts for strategic thinking, patience, and killer instinct. Then we gave her a prey assessment. She also scored off the charts for threat awareness, escape planning, and herd cooperation. That is statistically impossible, Plenth said, but her voice wavered. That is what I said. Vrell shrieked. But here we are. And it gets so much worse. Humans can eat almost anything organic. They colonized every single biome on their planet, from frozen wastelands to burning deserts. They can survive in conditions that would kill specialized species. They are not the best at anything, but they are terrifyingly adequate at everything. The Vroxian delegate spoke again, tentacle trembling. But surely they must have some classification. What do they primarily eat in nature? Vrell pulled up another file. That is the thing. They do not have in nature anymore. They made their nature. They domesticated predators into pets. They domesticated prey into livestock. They turned scavenging into an art form they call leftovers. They drink liquid poison for recreation and call it alcohol. They climb mountains for fun. They jump out of flying vehicles for fun. They invented something called parkour, which is just organized falling with style. In the observation room, Marcus and his fellow humans watched the proceedings with growing amusement. Should we tell them about extreme sports? Asked Kiera. Nah, let them figure it out, Tom replied, munching on some Vroxian crystal fruit that was supposed to be toxic to most species. It tasted like spicy strawberries. Weird, but not bad. Back in the council chamber, a Felid representative, all fur and fangs, stood up. Perhaps they are apex predators pretending to be prey? No. Vrell collapsed dramatically over his podium. They have full predator capabilities, yes, but they also get scared of small harmless creatures. I watched Marcus Webb, trained soldier and peak physical specimen, shriek like a hatchling when he saw a Piscian dust mite. A dust mite. Something he could crush with one finger. He was scared because it had too many legs and looked creepy. What kind of predator does that? The kind that used to be prey, Lisa called out from the observation room, her voice carrying through the speakers. We spent millions of years getting eaten by everything with big teeth. You do not just forget that. But you also did the eating. Vrell protested. Yeah, well, we got hungry. And bored. Mostly hungry though. Plenth rubbed her sensory organs tiredly. Taxonomist Vrell, what is your recommendation? Vrell straightened up, gathering what remained of his professional dignity. I propose we create a new classification. Category X-1. Official designation, Adaptive Opportunist. Unofficial designation, Chaos Incarnate. These beings are simultaneously predator, prey, and scavenger depending on circumstances, mood, and apparently what they had for breakfast. The council voted. It was unanimous, mostly because nobody had a better idea, and everyone just wanted this nightmare to end. Motion carried, Plenth announced. Humanity is officially classified as all of the above. Council dismissed. I need a drink. Oh, we have great drinks. Tom shouted enthusiastically. Let me tell you about tequila. Plentha's parting scream echoed through the chamber as she fled. Vrell slumped in his chair, watching the humans excitedly discuss introducing the galaxy to human cuisine. He had a terrible feeling this was just the beginning. Torque, he whispered to his assistant, update my resume. I am transferring to the mineral classification department. But sir, minerals are boring. Exactly.